Hey guys, welcome back to the Foolish Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. Just wanted to give a few foolish thoughts of after the NFL first round draft happened yesterday. Last night, obviously, this thing went well into the early morning, so I'm just kind of reading up on how some of the last picks went. But not surprising, quarterback again is the top need. 1, 2, 3, I'll go quarterback. The only one I think is proven was Lawrence, who I think could have been drafted like the first year he played college, but of course with the college rules he has to play 2 more years. Yada, yada, yada. Move on. So, a few things. The Chicago Bears went off and did a trade with the New York Giants, moved up I think it was 9 spots to get Justin Fields, and it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Fields should be, he was a great quarterback at Ohio State. He was, he was just dynamic and obviously a Big Ten Player of the Year. And I think he's got potential to be a great quarterback in the NFL. Again, it makes you just wonder if the Bears traded and gave up too much for it. They obviously swap with the Giants this year and give them a 5th this year. And they give them a 1st and a 4th next year. So for the Giants, great pick because they don't need a quarterback this year. And obviously it's a quarterback-driven league. Again, you always have to question this just because the Bears are historically known for moving up foolishly. Ever since they traded up 1 spot to get Mitch Trubisky, who no one really wanted. And of course, that is what it is. That is all the little smoke and daggers of the draft, is you act like you want someone because maybe someone will trade with you, and you hope. If you really don't want that person, you could get a good haul in return. The Lions, of course, didn't pull off a trade. Apparently they couldn't find anyone to trade with, or maybe their asking price was too much. Their pick of the offensive lineman Sewell out of Oregon, just a really solid pick. He's 20 years old. He was the best lineman in the college ranks when he played last in 2019. He took off this past year for the pandemic. So you just have a really good building block there. Obviously, again, he was deemed the best offensive lineman in the draft. It's really great that you could get a player like this at the 7th pick in the first round. So I think it's a solid pick. It's not gonna get all the headlines and stuff because you'll get your quarterbacks and your wide receivers will get all the big pizzazz because they put up points. But you need to have a good offensive line. You're going to have that to give your new quarterback, time to throw the ball. And it's a good, solid pick. Obviously, as the new regime of Detroit starts, I think this is just a really good, solid building block. I would not mind if they went the way of the Dallas Cowboys. Don't get me wrong, the Cowboys haven't won anything relatively in the playoffs, but neither have the Lions in forever. Anyways, the Cowboys just drafted line, and then what they have? Ezekiel Elliott, and they were able to run the ball all over everyone for a good 2-3 years, where they had a good chance in the playoffs. I would not mind if the Lions would do that. Same thing, just work on the line, defensive line, offensive line. You got to have good lines. So day 2 is always interesting when you have really the core foundation of your team. You get your 2nd and 3rd round picks. Some other notes out of here. As the Bears, I think, maybe overreached. I don't know if there was a lot of competition for Fields. Maybe there was. But the Patriots stood pat. They stayed right at their spot. I think it was 15, and they got their quarterback out of Alabama. There you go. You just have the example of a team that's more pressing, more anxious in the Bears versus New England, who's we get our quarterback, and we'll be okay, right? So I think you just have the 2 different aspects there. One that's stressing to have a quarterback. We need one who is we're okay. I guess New England's holding their, putting their reins on Cam Newton. Is he going to be their quarterback? I guess so. According to Belichick, he's still going to be their quarterback, and that makes sense. It's going to be a little bit of a rebuild, but definitely the Alabama quarterback, accurate. People are trying to compare him to Tom Brady, obviously as a rookie. Accurate, smart decision maker. So we'll see how that goes. And then I just want to finish with this. A story that came out in the afternoon. The Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers apparently are having a rift. And if you're in the NFL around the Great Lakes region here, you kind of see the Packers play a lot, and you hear about them maybe more than average. I don't know. And you just know that Aaron Rodgers has that chip on his shoulder. He always takes every slight personally, and that's what makes him so great is he takes any slight and he uses that as motivation. Just for example, last year the Packers traded up in the first round to draft Love as the next apparent quarterback, right? And what does Aaron Rodgers do? He goes out and wins the MVP. So obviously he took that slight and took advantage of it and use that as motivation. I heard this on the radio this morning on ESPN. Out of the last 10 draft picks, the first round draft picks the Green Bay Packers have done, 9 have been on defense, and then there's quarterback Love. Talk about not giving your Hall of Fame quarterback much to work with. These past couple drafts have had excellent wide receiver groups, and they have taken none to try to help Aaron Rodgers. And you can kind of just see how it just miffs him, and he gets so mad about it. And maybe they just know that's how to get the most out of Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they have the divide here. Will Aaron Rodgers play, or is he just going to be like, I'm going to sit out, trade me, whatever he might do, right, to get out of Green Bay. Maybe he might be done with it. You can look at how Tom Brady got out of New England, went to Tampa Bay, won a title. Peyton Manning left Indianapolis, went to Denver, won a title. You'll have Brett Favre, another famous one who did that. Left Green Bay, went to Minnesota, didn't win a title, but I think he got to an NFC title game and their kicker missed a field goal. So they could have almost went to the Super Bowl. Anyways, fun storylines. Let me know what you guys take away out of this first round. Let me know your thoughts. Any big surprises, any stretches, any great picks like that's great. Oh, little side note, Kwity Paye of Michigan goes to Indianapolis. Are you okay? Should be good. We'll see if he can have the high productive motor that he'll need in the NFL or not. Again, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and until I see you guys next time, go Blue.